you guys, my name is Caleb, and today we're doing a very anticipated video. There's a good chance you've seen my bookshelf tour. It's been a year. Can I just pull up a picture of my last bookshelf tour, what that looked like? Here we go. That's just interesting. Look at me now. We got 3 bookshelves here. Let's begin with this tour. Let's go! How do I organize my bookshelf? So, since it's kind of like the spring, summertime, I decided let's organize it by the bright, colorful books. We're gonna put all the darker books to the sides, so when I'm in videos, it's all bright and happy. I try to put all of the books that I either love or that look really pretty near the center-ish area. All the other books that I'm just like, about, they kind of fall lower. Most of the time. Or there's just one instance where I'm like, I don't feel like looking at that book. Classics kind of fall down below, or I was organizing all the top and then I realized I had extra books that I forgot to put on the top. Okay books, let's get information. Prove to me we got some coordination. You might just be a good white bookshelf that I bought at IKEA. So let's begin over at shelf number 1. Here we are. Ooh, wow. Right here at the beginning we got A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. Lovely book. Haven't finished it yet. Putting that back now. Next we got The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J Maas. Next we got Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. Heir of Fire by Sarah J Maas. And on display here we got Queen of Shadows. Over here we got An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. Still haven't read this. Still annoying the crap out of me. And here we have These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. Don't really love it, so next. The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld. If I Stay and Where She Went by Gail Foreman. Then we got Legend. And then we got Prodigy. And then we got Champion. And those are all by Marie Lu. We got All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Don't know if I'm ever gonna read this, to be honest. Onward by Howard Schultz. And I don't really know if or when I will ever read this. Right here, kind of on top of all these books, we got The Hobbit. That's really oddly placed, but it was so annoying having this book being shorter than these books. The entire Lord of the Rings selection. Next, I don't feel like taking these books out just because we're aware of what these are. This is Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn. This is The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner. And then we got The Host. This is what that looks like. Okay, this is my Vampire Academy section. I don't feel like taking them out of the stack, so I think that we're just gonna have to get over it. Vampire Academy, and then we got Frostbite, and then we got Shadow Kiss, Blood Promise, Spirit Bound, Last Sacrifice, all by Rochelle Mead. Then here on the end, we got Angel Fall by Susan E., World After by Susan E., and then End of Days by Susan E., The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, and the final book we have here is The Wrath in the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Catching Fire and Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Hollow City and Library of Souls, all by Ransom Riggs. Next we have The Winter's Curse by Marie Rutzkatsky. The Book Thief and I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zusak. Up next we have In the Heart of the Sea by Nathaniel Philbrick. This was gifted to me and I'm probably never gonna read this. And I'm just gonna continue down. I don't feel like taking these out. We got Angels and Demons, The Da Vinci Code, The Lost Symbol, and Inferno by Dan Brown. This is the Robert Langdon series. Here we have some different books, like childhood books, kind of, just these few I loved. Into the Mist, The Dark Hills Divide, Beyond the Valley of Thorns, and The 10th City by Patrick Harmon. These are the Land of Elion books. These were like my post-Harry Potter thing. They're pretty good. I don't really remember anything that happened in them, though. This is the bottom of shelf 1. We have all the Narnia books, which I don't really want to take all of these out. Narnia. Next we have The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. It was a great book. The Martian by Andy Weir. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Find it in your store or buy it online. I think that's how that rap went. Not gonna lie, I don't really remember. These 2 books I wanted to put up higher, but then I ran out of room. Next we have The Help by Catherine Stockett. Next we have The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. And next to that we have The Book of Lost Things by John Connolly. Here on display we have Grave Mercy by Robin Lefebvre. This is here only because I couldn't find room for it. My True Love Gave to Me, edited by Stephanie Perkins, and all these people are included. Speak by Lori Halse Anderson. The Ring and the Crown by Melissa De La Cruz. Looking for Alaska by John Green. And Requiem by Lauren Oliver. Hello and welcome to the top shelf of the second bookshelf. I don't feel like taking these books out of their stack, and I'm sure you are aware of most of these books. We got Paper Towns here on top by John Green. We got Z by Teresa Ann Fowler. An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. Let Us Know by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. The Summer I Turned Pretty collection by Jenny Han. Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. Next we have The Beginning of Everything by Robin Schneider. Lux Beginnings by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Lux Consequences by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And then Lux Opposition by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Wonder by R.J. Palacio. Next we have Me and Earl and the Dying Girl by Jesse Andrews. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. 100 Sideways Miles by Andrew Smith. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Room by Emma Donahue. And here on display, J.K. Rowling's The Casual Vacancy. This is our kind of center shelf. This is what everybody sees when they come in. Here at the beginning we have Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Here on display next to it we have Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. Next is I'll Give You the Sun by Jan D. Nelson. Next we have Landline by Rainbow Rowell. So annoying because it's like just slightly taller. Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. And Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. Up next we have To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. The Selection by Kiera Cass. The Elite by Kiera Cass. The One by Kiera Cass. The Heir by Kiera Cass. Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. Isla and the Happily Ever by Stephanie Perkins. Tahara Mafi Collection. Shatter Me, Unravel Me, and Ignite Me. This shelf is pretty naked for the most part. So the first book we have right here, we have Alexander Hamilton by Ron Chernow. And it's just kind of living here on the end. I don't really know when I'm gonna read this. This is a dog, and he's wearing a tuxedo. He's made of bronze. Yeah, this is what it looks like. Not to be mistaken for a cowboy boot. That's what somebody thought in one of my videos. So then you put it on the book like this, and ta-da! He's now wearing the books. So the first book we have here is Fairest by Marissa Meyer, which I have a terrible review of on my channel. You can watch that if you'd like to. Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. Cress by Marissa Meyer. Winter by Marissa Meyer. Read them, please. Next we have a Divergent by Veronica Roth. Insurgent by Veronica Roth. Allegiant by Veronica Roth. 4. A Divergent Story. Collection of 4 stories from 4's POV. So this is Tedward. He was featured in my other bookshelf tour, and here he is now. He's aged quite well, I'd like to say. He's kind of moved to the classics. I don't really remember where he was last time. I'm kind of sick of him being shown, so he kind of lives down here now. First book we have here is Wicked by Gregory Maguire. Next we have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. And then here we have The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. We have The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald here. The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Yes, I bought 2 copies of this. Don't say anything. Fahrenheit 451 by Bray Bradbury. Here we have The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Here we have Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. I'm reading this right now for English, and ace no bueno. Here we have The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. Never reading this, to be honest. Flappers and Philosophers by F. Scott Fitzgerald. This is like a collection of stories by him. Here we have Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. The Giver by Lois Lowry. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. Don't like that one either. Hamlet by William Shakespeare. I went to the bookstore and this was there and I was like, I could really go for some Shakespeare. I've been so interested. But that was like 2 years ago, and now I have this here and I'm like, I hate Shakespeare. Here on display we have Rumble by Ellen Hopkins. I did not like this book, so it's here. Oh, Oh man, here comes the fun section. Here we have The Maze Runner by James Dashner. My feelings on this book, no bueno. Here next to we have The Scorched Trials by James Dashner as well. No bueno. And The Eye of Mines by James Dashner. No. Here we have Dorothy Must Die, which wasn't terrible. I just really was not in the mood and it kind of hit a dry point halfway through. And then it got soaked with water and is falling apart literally. And that was the end of shelf number 2. Welcome to shelf number 3. This is one of my faves. First, we have City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, City of Glass by Cassandra Clare, City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare, City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare, and lastly we have City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. Next, we have Clockwork Angel, the first book in the Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare, Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare, and Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. And here on display we have Lady Midnight. Then here on the end of the Shadowhunters collection, the Shadowhunters Codex by Cassandra Clare and Joshua Lewis. We got Outlander by Diana Gabaldon, Vicious by V.E. Schwab, A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, Ark of a Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. All the Percy Rick Riordan books. First one we got here is The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan, Sea of Monsters, Titan's Curse, Battle of the Labyrinth, The Last Olympian, The Lost Hero, Son of Neptune, The Mark of Athena, The House of Hades, The Blood of Olympus, Throne of Fire, The Serpent Shadow, The Sword of Summer by Rick Riordan. We did it. These are all his books. Here on display we have Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, and next we have Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo, Brood and Rising by Leigh Bardugo, and Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Okay, so here is a picture of me as a baby. I found this so funny because I still make that face. So it was so funny when I found it, and I put it on my bookshelf, so yay! Right here we have my wand. It's the Elder Wand. I kind of took this from Voldemort, even though it got snapped in the end. And here we have the Harry Potter collection, which I think I do not need to go in a lot of detail about these. Harry Potter, you know what those look like. This is our final shelf. The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. I did not like that book. Next we have Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Unbroken by Laura Hillenbrand. Acheron by Sherilyn Kenyon. I kind of read the description of this book, really enjoyed it, and then I found out that this woman sued Cassandra Clare for plagiarism. No thanks. No thank you. I'm good, thanks. Here on the bottom we have Edgar Allan Poe Complete Collection. Never gonna read this. Don't know why I bought it. Next we have a wide variety of just a few of the books in the series Unfortunate Events, and so I don't have number 1. The first book I have in this series is The Reptile Room, which is number 2. Then we have number 3, The Wide Window. 2 copies of the 4th book, The Miserable Mill. And here's the sad thing, is that I thought I didn't own this book. I went the first time, bought this one, and then came the second time and I was like, hey, I don't think I have this one. But I did. Next we have number 5, The Austrayer Academy. 8th book, The Hostile Hospital. And the 11th book, The Grim Grotto. Next we have Inkspell by Cornelia Funk. This is the 2nd book in the Inkheart series. Very, very much loved. I want to buy these books, but I can't find Inkheart anywhere, so it's really upsetting. And then, here on the end, we have my second collection of Divergent, my paperback of Divergent. This is the copy I read Divergent in, and I only keep it because 1, it smells great. It's just so much feelings because I've lent this book out to so many people. And then we have Insurgent and Allegiant. They're basically the exact same thing, except this is the copy I cried in and the copy up there is the one that I got signed. So yeah. And that was the complete bookshelf tour! You can see that the sun's kind of like set. I'm exhausted. Let's wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye guys!